Without too much information for Cyberpunk 2077, our anticipations are pretty high due to the developers of this game being CD Projekt Red, who has been in charge of masterpieces such as the Witcher series. Now with an E3 2018 coming out, we've finally gotten report that more information will be coming out for this game. Now, usually for me, I'm a type of guy that says calm down with the hype for every video game that you see, and also don't get overexcited for it. But when it comes to a game developed by CD Projekt Red, they have yet to disappoint me. But we've also got more information from Adam K, one of the developers of Cyberpunk 2077, that we can create our own characters. This game will be heavily based on single player, along with not having any microtransactions. But hopefully they'll have some aspects of multiplayer functionality within this game. Not saying that this game needs one, I'm just saying that it'll be even better to have one. So, we pretty much know about Geralt of Rivia. He's a badass, and also he's an interesting character, and we've stuck with him for many years. But now we aren't going to get one of those type of characters ever again, due to the fact that we're creating our own character, and maybe they might have a voice actor for it, like Mass Effect or something. I'm just hoping that they can make the voice more diverse than just one male and one female voice. Or you could just create your own character and make him a silent protagonist. Nevertheless, we pretty much understand that creating your own character within a game series has a lot of risk to it. For one, I'm not sure if the character that you create is going to have a good voice actor or not. Because for one, if I have a character with a voice actor, I need them to express emotions in all different types of ways. Either way, the concept of creating your own character and also making them have different classes is a fresh new take for CD Projekt Red, and I have confidence that they will deliver. Now with the topic, with CD Projekt Red saying that this game will be heavily focused upon single player. Now this could mean two things. Number one, they may not have a multiplayer function within this game at all. Or number two, they'll have minor hints of multiplayer functionality within this game. Now what I mean by that is that certain side missions might have the aspects of multiplayer, where in this mission you'll be able to play with friends, but on this mission you can't play with friends. So predictably, most side missions will have multiplayer functionality where you'll be able to play with friends, but maybe within the main missions you'll probably play by yourself. Also, they could have one of those type of raids like we see in Destiny. Either way, both concepts are fine. You know, if they don't have any multiplayer functionality within this game at all, I think that this could build for a very good narrative. And also, this gives us the ability to have more choices within game. Within Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt, depending on the choices you make, you could either get the bad ending or the good ending. With one of the endings being Ciri can become a Witcher, or she can become the heir to the throne for the Emperor, where one of the endings you could choose to kill Radovid, allowing the Nilfgaardians to take over Novigrad, or if Radovid lives, he gets to defend Novigrad from the Nilfgaardians. Single player narratives allow unique scenarios and unique perspectives to happen. But if we do add a multiplayer mode, I guess we can say we can have a lot more fun. And we have one of those points where we can make choices between one another. Like with the voting system, we could have a way that the majority chooses this option and not the other one. It could definitely create a great interaction between each players, because with more immersion between player to player, it could be one of the key factors to make a new revolutionary type of multiplayer functionality. But again, if we have a single player only type of game, we'll have a much more heavier narrative, and also much more unique things can happen. So I'm going to go with the idea that there's going to be a lot of missions that you only play by yourself, but there's going to be aspects of multiplayer functionality, such as raids or take over a fort with your friends, or maybe have a versus match between one another. Because knowing CD Projekt Red, they're an extremely narrative-heavy game developer, and they've been successful with this strategy within the past. Witcher 3, a great game, one game of the year. Witcher 2, another example of a great game. Because despite what corporate heads like EA would ever tell you about narrative-based games, they seem to be pretty successful. I mean, CD Projekt Red is a perfect example of how narrative-based games can be even more successful. Which brings me to my final topic with microtransactions. And thankfully that they have confirmed that they won't have any of that. And I'm glad that there are developers out there that have the decency to put these things out of their game. It's like, I already gave you $60 for the game itself. So now you're asking me for more money for some useless crap? Because think about it, if you're making a gun within a game, it's not that hard. Just think about it. There is no animation change you put in the gun. You either made it rapid fire or one shot. The concept of a gun is to do one thing: shoot bullets. So I should not be paying $1.99 for that thing. Now, at the end of the development, if CD Projekt Red did decide to put some form of microtransaction there, where it's like you have skins or whatever, then that's fine, then those can stay. So I'm glad that CD Projekt Red has the decency to keep those things out of their game. So within the information that we've gathered from the interview, we can understand that this might or might not have a multiplayer function within the game, and obviously no microtransactions, and finally we get to create our own characters. So, in summary, this might be the game that might dominate this E3. I mean, with the amount of people that are waiting to hear news about this game, we pretty much know why it might dominate. Most of my hopes are definitely going for CD Projekt Red to deliver within this game. Because with CD Projekt Red creating my favorite video game of this generation within Witcher 3, I have all the confidence in the world that I know that CD Projekt Red can make something of this title. But again, let's hope that we can get more information in E3, because this game has been in development for 5 years now. But most likely, and hopefully, we will be seeing some gameplay. But anyway guys, let me know what you guys think of CD Projekt Red's next title. So anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later. This is the Shadow Puppet dropping the mic.